Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere, and even earn money. We like that. All in one place for totally free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your cellular telephone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else, those other places that podcasts are heard.
Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free, zero catch. We've been using it ever since we started How Long Gone. And ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel like having the option of turning off the Q&As and the polls on the user dashboard has really helped boost my creativity and take it to another level. I highly recommend giving it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
DJ Them Jeans. It's your boy, Chris Black. I just put on a Good Patch B12 to really get jacked for today's episode.
B12. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But I've only used the sleepy ones. I've never used the uppers. So I'm trying the Good Patch cocaine edition today for this podcast.
Is B12 an upper?
Yeah, bro. That's why I get the shots in my butt.
People get like a B12 drip, right?
Mm-hmm. I would also do that, but I was looking at drip prices, not with Johnny Dang, but at a IV place. It's fucking crazy. It's like $300.
Yeah, well, I mean, can you put a price on a Vegas hangover, bro?
I mean, I've never done one before, so thanks to our friends at Next Health, they should be offering me one at some point where I go to get my B12 shots, but I just don't. I don't. It seems a little steep for a bag of fluid.
Look, Better Help. They're like a sponsor of ours or whatever. That's fine. Mental health is okay, but I need a bag full of inanimate liquid to be slowly trickled into my bloodstream, administered by somebody who has no medical degree.
Yeah, I love the best part about getting a B12 shot in LA at Next Health is that it's literally a woman who was a bottle service waitress 3 months before that has like fake lips and fake tits that's putting a shot into your ass and is legally allowed to do so. Because she's wearing scrubs. I don't know.
We got to put these bottle service women.
You couldn't tell because I was speaking, but it was WOMXN.
Okay, I'm saying these ladies already know how to find the vein. Let's get them out. Let's get them out there in Walgreens. Let's get them out there at CVS, and we'll start knocking out these boosters. And normally they'll rub a little patch of alcohol on the area as they're about to blast you off.
Yeah, to clean it.
But now maybe a little goose, a little Belvedere will be rubbed on there because she already has it in her back pocket ready to go, right?
The idea of going to CVS to get the COVID-19 booster and a bottle service waitress in Figs brand startup scrubs that she's tailored to be tighter, and then she pulls out a small airplane sized bottle of Belvedere from her Balenciaga fanny pack and just dabs it onto your vein and then just shoots it straight into you is a really cool. It would make, I think that maybe is how you get some of these anti-vaxxers to get vaxxed.
Hey man,
you know what I mean? It's I'm thinking of like an enema of the state Blink-182 style.
Yeah, of course. The doctor is here to see you and you're like, I think I'm gonna like getting a booster.
Exactly. But speaking of mental health, I sent you a link earlier. Are you familiar with Lush? They kind of invented the bath bomb.
Of course. Actually, there's a lost Lush logo in the archives of How Long Gone merch. It's it's a fine logo. Their original logo from like the 90s or whatever, where
it's very cool.
It looks like your Wilco t-shirt. There's maybe one day something will come out. But they're in the news now, you say?
Well, yeah, because of this announcement today, I think maybe that t-shirt has to get made.
Okay.
Because I want to stand in solidarity with our friends who make soaps that smell so good you want to eat them, even though you know they're poison. I could just eat this sea vegetable bar. But yeah, trendy soaps brand Lush Cosmetics has quit Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat in a radical move to draw attention to how these platforms are changing people's mental health.
That's huge because their Twitter page has been my Bible during quarantine.
When I was looking for breaking news on the COVID-19 pandemic and other important stories, I would just go to @Lush Cosmetics and scroll right past the Karma soap onto the latest updates.
Yeah. I vote with my dollars and my follows. And Lush, what Lush was doing, they made Steakums look like, I don't know, fucking.
No, I mean, I just think that these brands, performatively deleting their Instagram only to, I can almost guarantee you that Lush Cosmetics brings back their social channels within a 1 week period.
1 week?
No, they may have to wait longer. I'm sure they have an internal plan for this, but like, how much does the Lush social media team get paid? Like, how much money are they really saving?
Obviously, they unfortunately had to fire their social media team, which is why they decided to spin this. If you watch HBO Succession, they'll be like, something seems fishy here, and then I would say, Chris, what's the play here? You know what I mean? Because I don't trust it. There's something's fishy going on here.
Something's fishy. I would agree with you. I mean, I just think that if companies start deleting social media to get more customers, is that any better than posting on social media to get more customers? I'm not sure.
That's a good point. I mean, but also, I'm sure every cosmetic brand has to have social media. It's a huge part of their sales. Even if you're just like Maybelline or some brand that's been around for hundreds of years, you just got to do it. But for Lush, it's just like, we're still selling some soaps, we at the mall, so they're like, fuck it, I don't really, like I said before, their Twitter is not a booming marketplace of ideas.
No, but if you have, I guess if you also, the thing we're not mentioning is that Lush is a known, entity with a giant retail footprint. Their business is absolutely brick and mortar.
It's impulse buys only, and they decided to delete their socials impulsively as well. But I think another kind of chess move that they're playing here is nobody cares about Lush at all. Pretty much. So and they're saying, you know what? I bet we could announce that we're going to delete our socials, and nobody is even going to care enough to check, and they probably haven't deleted any of them.
They're
probably all still there, and they're just like, I mean, who's really going to check on this?
No, they took them down, but I'm sure it's something that they didn't delete. They just are taking a break.
Right.
They didn't delete the account. That's fucking crazy talk. Nobody's going to delete their fucking account. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Even Lush.
I just love the news, Jason. You know what I mean? It gives us so much, and
you probably check it every day.
I didn't want to say anything, but I do check it every day. Much like my social media channels, it's kind of my vein to culture. Like you said, Jason, Lush, nobody cared before. Now they're getting talked about on the hottest podcast in the metaverse. So, chess move. I think that they won.
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking outside. A little bit of snow's coming down. How's it going over there in Glendale?
Snow?
Yeah, a little bit of light snow.
Oh, fuck.
I know. It's, bro.
So 72 and sunny over here, bro. We looking good.
I got to get home, man. I got to get home. I'm dying on the vine out here. I'm just, I'm my ankle's flaring up. It's cold. I've got too much stuff to do.
Ankle flaring up? You got some gout? This seems gouty.
No, I don't know what the problem is, but last night I'd taken a little time off from the treadmill just because my ankle was feeling a little funny. So but last night it felt good. So I hit the treadmill at Barry's, and your boy was limping home in the freezing cold.
Oh no!
But don't worry, I'm going to see the acupuncturist as soon as we finish podcasting. I'll be back.
Yeah, I was actually gonna hit the gym today, and then because I got my booster yesterday. Shout out to my Filipino bro over at Walgreens for letting me leave without waiting for the full 10 minutes. He knew what time it was.
We're gonna let this tall drink of water out of here with just a warning. He can drive his truck home under the influence, and if he crashes, there's no blood on our hands. He voluntarily left. How do you feel? I heard it fucks people up. I heard it's fucking people up.
It did not really fuck me up. I was definitely sort of a little cautious. I'm a little sleepy-ish. I'm a little lethargic-ish, and my arm where my where the shot actually happened is a little sore, but
I feel like they might have had a hard time finding muscle in your arm. That could have something to do with it. Just something to think about.
Muscle has nothing to do with it, you motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not a doctor.
But yeah, the guy was like, "Hey, man, you gotta when you're done, you have to just sit here in the chair for like 10, 15 minutes. Make sure you don't have a seizure or you don't pass out or whatever it is."
Yeah.
Anybody in Glendale knows there's a Trader Joe's and a Walgreens next to it, just kind of north of the Americana, and that parking lot can be a real fucker. And I couldn't find any parking at all. And I was running late, so I had to do a little bit of a gray area parking. It wasn't enough to be, have the cops called on me, but it was
sure.
If I played fast and loose with it, I could have got towed. So as soon as the shot was done, I was like, you know what? I'm parked illegally, so I'm just going to leave. And he's like, well, we ask that you stay here for the 10 minutes. And I was like, all right, I'll stay here for the 10 minutes. I'll just sit outside on the chair. And then I just walked straight out. And
damn, Jason.
I was like, please don't have a seizure while driving home. And I didn't.
The bad boy of Glendale is back on his BS. He's saying, oh, you want me to wait 10 minutes so I don't kill myself and others?
That's right.
I'm taking to the streets, bro. You can't stop me. I'm gonna get a Gatorade on the way home too, bitch. See what you say about that.
Yeah, man. I'm hydrated. I'm boosted. I'm feeling good. So
I'm just glad to hear that you're boosted and hydrated, because that's gonna make for a good podcast today. Because I'm feeling. I had a coffee. I have my B12 patch. I'm also hydrated, but I have a big night ahead of me. So I just, I'm trying to kind of conserve my energy.
You're going to go see Dune? What's going on?
Fuck no, loser. No, I'm going to go get acupuncture, and then I'm going to,
cool night.
My friends at Drake's are dropping a new coat off for me, which I have to be here to receive. I need to pick up some dry cleaning as well.
So your big night is waiting around for UPS to drop off a package, and then you get the dry cleaning? Damn, you're a fucking...
No, it's not a UPS. It's a human. In New York, Jason, we do this thing where you get stuff messengered in the fashion industry. It's kind of a crazy concept, but because of the subway stations and how frequent they appear, you're able to just run to someone's house with the item in question.
I gotta look into this.
I'm also going to see friend of the show, David Cho, tonight, actually, for a little down low activation. Not down low like that, like down low.
Fuck, are you talking about a down low activation?
He's into freaky shit.
You can't say more?
We're gonna go wait in line at the Chanel store together. We're gonna wait in line at Goyard, just two fellas at Goyard together.
What is this? Can you give me a hint? Is this crypto related?
No,
or is it Christmas related?
If I reveal anything, I've revealed too much. But we do have a guest.
Okay.
We do have a guest today.
We got Marlowe.
Marlowe Granados is a writer whose book Happy Hour, her debut novel, I actually discovered at McNally Jackson as a recommended book. And I picked it up.
Or organic discovery, impulse buy, just like buying some soap at the Lush store.
Exactly. This is why I don't buy books on Amazon unless I already know I like them. So I went into my local chapter of McNally Jackson. Her book caught my eye. I get it and I read it, and I really liked it. So it's a classic story of organic discovery. And then I just cold emailed her and said, you know what? You sound like a fun chick. Why don't you come on? How Long Gone? Your book is literally about partying, and that's what we love to talk about. So, if there's three subjects we love on How Long Gone, it's partying, charming people, and New York City. So that's kind of her. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the trifecta that she represents in the book. So let's. I think she lives in Toronto by choice, which I would like to hear more about. Let's give Marlowe a jingle. Marlowe, what's up? Are you in Toronto right now?
Yes, I'm from here.
Oh, you are? Oh, you're from there. I thought you just liked it and were like, fuck, I'm going to live here. What neighborhood do you live in?
I live in Parkdale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very cool of you. I'm more of a Rosedale guy, if you know what I'm saying.
What does that mean, if you know what I'm saying?
She knows.
Rosedale's for rich people.
Got it.
And
I'm a rich white lady, Marlowe. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way, okay?
That's like one of the neighborhoods in Toronto where poor people can afford to live. So that's kind of why I thought it'd be more of your flavor.
I've lived in Parkdale for like since 2016, but I grew up in Forest Hill like Drake did. So
okay. Now we're talking. You're talking about Rosedale being a rich neighborhood. Forest Hill, I believe, is the richest neighborhood.
I mean, I lived in a 2-bedroom, but I was definitely surrounded by that for sure. It's very leafy.
We're big fans of Canada here on the podcast, actually.
Yeah, Chris's life partner is Canadian, and I've been there a bunch. I used to not be allowed. Customs can be a little dicey, but now I'm good money over there.
This isn't just like a fact within my social group, is that I have a lot of Canadians that are banned from America. They can't go.
Damn, Marlowe running with a tough crowd. I didn't know you knew criminals. You really fuck with criminals
Human
like that?
trafficking, drugs. What are some of these reasons that your friends are up to?
These guys sound hot. These guys sound very hot. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, this one guy was like, I was dating once and I was like, oh, I'm going to New York. And he's like,
must be nice.
He was like, I can't go there. And I was like, okay, this just seems weird. And he's like, I'm banned for like 22 years or something.
22 years?
Damn.
Did he give you a reason?
Something about drugs. He was kind of like a cagey character, so.
Banned from a country for 22 years? That's some good dick, isn't it?
That's definitely some good dick. That's like, that guy, if you're 22 years you're moving weight in Etobicoke. That's not some light, that's Brampton weight right there. That's not some light
I think
shit.
he was like already into the sentence. I think it was like something that happened to him like years ago. So it was like longer than 22 years. It's just 22 years now.
Oh, he only had 20. He only had 22 left on his bid, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So on your 30th anniversary, then you guys are going to get to be able to go to New York for the very first time and check out, Union Square and stuff in the fall.
It is nice to see New York through someone else's eyes at times,
When did you live here?
So when I was 18, I moved to London, and I kind of did this weird thing where I would spend like 4 months in New York and the rest in London, like for the next few years after that.
Damn.
So you're saying this book you wrote is based on your life? Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm noticing some of these plot lines here as we get into it. And I'm seeing some similarities, but I'm sorry.
Is that called autofiction?
I've heard of autofiction.
I think that autofiction is a little bit different. I think it has a definite realist tone. I think that the Happy Hour is a little bit more stylistic in voice, but I like to play tricks on readers. I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like that too. I just got back from London where I had a near-death experience, and I'm very happy to be back in New York. But do you it's easy for Canadians to get in over there. Is that where you went there first?
Yes, I had like a working visa for 2 years, and then I went to school there. Yeah, I mean, I lived there for 6 years in total, pretty much like on and off. It was, what was your near-death experience?
It was just food poisoning. It wasn't, but I passed out and hit my head in a bathroom, so it could have been fatal. Don't worry, I'm fine.
He concussed himself on a loo.
Right.
Marlowe, when you were in London, did you ever work at a restaurant?
Yes.
Okay. What restaurant?
I can't tell you.
Listeners, just so you know, Marlowe's also wearing like a really nice kind of like Chanel inspired suit. It might be Chanel for all I know. And when she said I can't tell you, she threw her hair dramatically behind her head. I just want you to know that.
I can tell you which Nando's I was a hostess at.
Yeah, which Nando's did you hostess at? Because
my God, I wish I worked at Nando's. You know what I heard? Do you know that band Trash Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I used to be friends with them a while back, and they told me, I don't know if it was a lie, but they told me that they had like the Nando's Black Card so that they could just go and they would just give them free food all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really jealous, and I don't know whether they were lying to me or not. We should like get them to call in.
Don't worry. The listeners of this podcast will let us know if that's true or false.
Yeah,
whether we like it or not. These dorks don't quit. But I feel like that's probably Jason. I believe that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's plausible. I'll ask Lee from Trash Talk as soon as this is done.
Tell Lee I said hi.
I'll tell Lee you said hi, my sober king.
I also feel like Trash Talk is the kind of band where the guys at Nando's that could give them that card actually listen to Trash Talk. You know what I mean? So
Right,
that tracks for me.
Okay, so with your restaurant experience in London, which will go unnamed, of course, do you have any tips on how to deal with British food poisoning? Because Chris really went through it.
I have experience dealing with the PR end of that.
You put out some fires.
When people would say that they had food poisoning, you'd have to say, well, you were here just yesterday, and food poisoning doesn't usually enact like that quickly. So
Marlowe, fuck you, Marlowe. Fuck you. You're the enemy. This is exactly.
That's probably a super fun email to send. You're like, can't wait to see what the person responds with.
So you worked in the PR. You didn't work in a restaurant. You worked for a restaurant.
I was like a host.
Were you a front of house shouty?
Yes. Of course.
Okay.
Obviously. I really relate to that, the meme of like the line cook and like the front of house stuff. Like that was very my style.
Like the very cute girls and then like the guys who look like they just crawled out of a garbage can and everyone's dating each other.
Yeah.
So that was you.
Yeah, you definitely dated a line cook or two.
You know, even more recently, yes. I think it's...
What restaurant does he or she work at?
I can't... Why are we trying to name names here? What is this?
This is a gotcha style podcast. You should have done your homework, Marlowe. You're in the fucking flame zone.
Like, no, you know, I was gonna call it HUAC, but I don't think anyone would know what that is.
HUAC?
Yeah.
What is that?
It was like the government committee trying to find out who in Hollywood is a communist.
On this podcast, we're more capitalists. So if you want to, I'll just come out and say it. You don't have to try to find us.
It seems like you have a little bit of a guilty conscience. Is this something you want to let us know, Marlowe?
No, I just like to align myself with the Hollywood stars of yore, you know. It's important to me.
I love old Hollywood as well. I check out Licorice Pizza and drive around on Sunset Boulevard, stuff like that. It's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch that movie. You know why? I really like the idea of bringing like normal looking people back to film.
Oh, speak for yourself.
You think Haim is ugly? Damn, bro. I think she looks cute on the poster.
But she's cute, like in like a
real way,
normal way. Yeah, like in a way that's like not like filtered.
Yeah, the return of that. But I mean, I feel like all of Hollywood is kind of like that, right? Like Kristen Stewart is pretty big right now, and she's kind of a regular looking gal.
No, she's
right
not.
Now, she's been a star for like 20 years.
Kristen Stewart, even though Spencer's the worst movie I've ever seen, Kristen Stewart is bad as hell. I love Kristen Stewart. I think she's so hot.
Yeah.
Always have.
Sure.
I mean, I like her. Obviously, I like her blonde more than any other phase of her life. But did you see that movie by any chance, Marla?
I did. I just watched it.
It's the worst movie I've ever seen. We walked out of the theater.
At what point?
Like 45 minutes in, I was like, I can't believe people are watching this still. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
How long did you last, Marla?
I mean, like, I didn't even watch it in theater. We did the $20 rental fee. So there was nowhere to run.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me, hold on. You're telling me this line cook could afford a $20 rental?
Why do we think that I'm still on this line
We
cook?
split it.
I have like I have a series. Okay. I've lived lives.
Okay.
I've lived lives, you know.
I know.
She got bodies.
What can you do?
Did you like the movie, or you're saying because you watched it at home, you're able to kind of like half pay attention?
Yeah. I was eating a ribeye steak and
Damn.
drinking some red wine, and it was kind of like in the background. I think that like for me, not to be like a spoiler, I think that like it started going weird when she was throwing up the pearls or whatever she was doing with the pearls. I was like, what is this? And then the Anne Boleyn thing, it was very heavy-handed for me.
She was eating pearls?
She was eating pearls. Yeah.
Your move, Lil Uzi.
Her man gave pearls to his jump off and her the same ones. That's it. That you know you can't do that. That's crazy.
Maybe there was a deal.
You buy two if you buy if you
BOGO?
Yeah,
BOGO.
Real family deal.
I honestly couldn't believe it. I hadn't been to a movie theater in 2 years. I'm not a big movie guy to begin with, but I assumed I also kept kind of laughing, and I would look around and all these people were like dead ass serious watching this movie, eating their popcorn like it was totally normal.
I feel like you're taking crazy pills.
It made me feel like, Jason, it made me feel like I was taking fucking crazy pills. It really did.
More importantly, Marlo, let's get into this ribeye. I love eating ribeyes. Mm-hmm. So is this something that you cooked yourself? Is this a group effort, date night, girlies only? What's going on?
It was prepared for me, yes.
In home. It wasn't from a restaurant takeout.
Who gets takeout? And it doesn't travel well. You don't travel with a ribeye. Like, you eat it like right off the pan. Clearly.
Look, it's not no French fry, okay? The ribeye, it'll last a little while. Okay, so it was prepared for you lovingly.
As most steaks are, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I was just more asking if you were like a chef enthusiast, home cook enthusiast, because I'm into cooking.
Right. I mean, I like men who are into cooking.
Me too. I really like men who are into cooking too, because I don't cook, and luckily Jason is sick into kitchen. Mm-hmm. So Marlo, are you saying you don't know how to cook at all, or do you know some local delicacies?
So when the pandemic started, my friends said that the worst thing that ever happened to them was me having to go into the kitchen.
Oh shit.
This was something that I feel like it was more just like I think everyone was kind of disappointed that I had to do it because I had gone so long without. I'll do it if I have to, but my kitchen is very not equipped for cooking. I have an oven that has the heating instructions barely legible, but fading over time. And it says the heating times for fowl and venison. So I actually think it's from the 50s.
Even if you were sick in the kitchen, you don't have the tools for the job.
No, not at all. I don't have any counter space. It's a struggle. And I've had people who really are interested in cooking cook in my kitchen because I don't want to do it, and they find a hard time. It's a difficult setup.
It's a handicap.
Yeah, it sounds like a challenge on one of Jason's cooking programs. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna put you in this ill-equipped kitchen and only give you ingredients from 7-Eleven and see what you can do.
Exactly.
Eddie Wong's hosting it. Sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a hot dog dusted with Cheetos. It was tough, but I made it work.
So what's up? I read recently that Toronto is going to decriminalize drugs. Is that true? Is this the talk of the town over there in your little druggy circles?
I think there's a bill up for being passed about being able you're sensationalizing it. It's a bill being passed about legalizing being able to carry around a small amount of drugs, and I think it's like not really about whatever. It's about whatever.
Let's be clear. It's any drug.
I think it's any drug. Yeah.
That's very progressive and cool, just like Canada is known to be.
How is this recent legislation going to affect your life personally?
I won't have to carry such a big bag, so that's good.
I can bring out this small Chanel at night now instead of my laptop size Chanel. It's really nice.
So you're not a big drug user then, is what you're saying?
It depends. I really like mushrooms.
Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ.
They're hot
big
right
mushroom.
now.
If I have to hear about fucking mushrooms one more time on this podcast,
I don't have like a lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle choice. No. I mean, like when I never have done that thing where you go out into like the forest and do mushrooms. I actually am quite terrified of nature at night.
You got to check it out in the daytime then.
I like it in the daytime, yes. But you know what? The one thing I'll say is about whenever I have mushrooms, I tend to hallucinate like blossoms falling, which is like really pretty, really just adding some aesthetic to my life.
Okay. So oftentimes, no, I'm not saying you do mushrooms often, but a recurring visual or vigie that you get on mushrooms,
not vigie,
is falling blossoms like a cherry blossom from a tree.
Yes.
That sounds pretty fucking sick, honestly.
You don't have to fly to Japan and you get to see cherry blossoms like that? That is, I mean...
So this should just look like the virgin suicides every time you get geeked up?
The sakuras live in your mind, like that's the thing. So yeah, I enjoy, but it's been, but I also think that that's because I was like at home for so long that like there wasn't like, like you weren't like going out and like doing like party drugs. But anyways, moving on. So
no need to move on. What about Coke?
We're not Coke? Done yet because you seem like a Coke chick to us. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm already like I'm quite like hyper already. Like, I'm already hopped up on lots of like fun things that were prescribed to me because, like
I'm hopped up on fun things that were prescribed to me is the best way to say I take Adderall I've ever heard in my entire life.
No, but like I don't even need, like, okay, like my whole thing is that I'm already so hyper and energetic that a lot of the times people are like, enough.
Mm-hmm.
No need to pour gasoline on this fire. It's already burning well.
Don't give her anything. I just had my 30th birthday party like last week. I should tell you a story about that because
congrats.
Which low-level members of Drake's entourage were there?
It's so hard. They really mesh with the crowd these days. Like you really never know.
They could be in your own backyard and you don't even know.
But you know what? I like that he has like cool nicknames for all of them in his songs.
Are all the nicknames cool though?
I don't know all of them.
There's probably like OVO Derek, their accountant.
Yeah.
Let's hear about your 30th birthday party because that's a big milestone for anyone.
Especially right after the book
yes.
is killing it. You got a little, a little advance money in the pocket.
I don't know if you know how the advances work, but
look, don't woman-splain advances. You get a third upon signing, you get a third upon turning it in, and you get a third upon publish day, don't you?
It's a bit different in my case because mine was already written.
Oh, hold on. Oh, so you're trying to stunt. You're saying you sold this shit done. You're like, take it or leave it, losers.
Yeah. Basically, it didn't go through. Verso didn't edit it.
What?
It was edited before.
It was an original publisher, a smaller publisher in Canada, and then it was picked up for a more national release.
Oh, so they said, all right, so let me put this in terms I understand. So you got upstreamed. You were on an indie label, and then Sony came in and said, you know what? This record is bubbling in the streets. We need to bring it up.
They bought your masters.
We need to bring it up to the big leagues and put it on top 40 radio.
Verso's still an indie label, but I'm ushering them into a new frontier. So fun. Anyways, okay,
single-handedly.
Okay, so you didn't make any money on your book, but you can still have a pretty good party, right? Let's get into it.
So there's a local bar near me that I have spent years at, and the man there is the biggest curmudgeon in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've picked up men at this bar by myself. Like I've cried in the bathroom, but then my favorite thing is that the owner, Chris, he told me that I'm not allowed to cry at the bar anymore. So I just like take my Campari soda into the bathroom.
Why are the prices high? Why are you always crying in this dive bar?
Life, always. It's like a super dive bar though. It's like I think I'm the only girl that really goes all the time. Especially alone. It's pretty weird that I'm alone there, to be honest. Don't find me there.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're
weird.
Almost setting up a little invite for them, like a subconscious.
No, but wait, it's funny.
I go there alone all the time. Don't come and buy me a drink.
Please don't find me there. Yeah, I'm the only girl at the bar.
Just me and my Campari.
I've moved on to chartreuse now.
Chartreuse?
Yeah.
You really are trying to live old Hollywood, so you're only drinking stuff from the 40s.
You really did work in a restaurant. That's what this is.
No, I just like it.
What brand cigarette extension do you use?
Oh, I don't smoke anymore. It's not good for you. Anyways, okay, so then usually my birthday parties before the pandemic, we were like always, like I pick like a little bar and then I just tell all my friends to get there. And a lot of the times this bar stuff gets really stressed out. But this time I was like, okay, this is my local bar. I've never had a party here. Let me just invite everyone. It's like on a Wednesday.
Chris is going to let you cook. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, we did that and it was just really fun. I actually can't remember very much. I've been piecing together the story from like the last like 12 people I've talked to about this evening. And like, I tend to like buzz around at parties. I'm a really good, obviously hostess. So I like to like hop in, pollinate the different groups, see what everyone's saying. And then, my friend got me like a Vaquera like bow. Apparently I had 3 different phases of this bow, like really excited about this bow, like screaming at everyone to put it in my hair. And then kind of like being like, ugh, why would anyone get me a bow? Well, who do they think I am? And then I went to the bathroom, and I guess this is all secondhand information. Then I went to the bathroom and someone asked me about it, and I literally was like, what bow?
You just you single-handedly killed the bow before you'd even worn it?
No, I literally didn't even remember that I had a bow.
So you went from loving the bow, hating the bow, and then not even remembering that it even existed and was given to you. Do you still have the bow in your possession, or did it fall down the toilet or something?
Yeah, well, it was funny because my friend rescued it from the bar, and it was covered in chocolate icing for my cake. And
okay, what's up with this bow? Is this a? It's
a designer item. I honestly didn't know you could buy that in Canada. I'm kind of surprised.
This is in Canada. Like, you should know that now.
Oh, sweetie, I know.
Chris, you should know that. That's where I get all my moose knuckle.
It's just like this really giant bow. It's like literally like this big. It's huge.
You see them sometimes, Jason. You see them sometimes on the streets of East Bushwick.
Okay.
You know, like East Williamsburg. That's where you could maybe find that.
And you could wear it in your hair, or
you can put it like...
It could be worn as a top, depending on what you're going for.
No, you're joking.
No,
it's huge.
It's
comically
huge.
It's comically oversized, Jason. I don't know if you look at the trend reports, Jason, but oversized is kind of big right now.
Yeah.
Not just with pants, but also with bows.
Okay. So this is like a Sia style bow.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
kind of, yes.
Got it.
For me, it's a bit Sailor Moon.
I understand.
Yeah.
So what is up with your proclivity to have your birthday parties at kind of dive bar haunts, and not the club or something a little more exciting?
The club. I think that people always think that I'm like super prissy or something, but I like really am fine with. I'm happy to go wherever the fun is or make the fun. So I think that's what makes it kind of a endeavor that I'm interested in.
Wherever you can get a nice Campari or a French 75 or something, any old dive bar haunt like that will do.
Yeah, but you know what? The owner of that bar did apparently, I can't again super confirm this, but he did get me a bottle of Veuve, which was nice. He didn't have to do that.
No, that is nice of him. I mean, it is just Veuve, but you know, it's
true.
Like he's got you a 70s
in a dive bar.
In a dive bar in Canada to get Veuve, that's something.
Exactly. I mean, the other thing is that he had to go to the LCBO. He probably couldn't even get that from his local distributor because he's only selling beer.
No.
Good luck getting it on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather be at a dive bar than the club as well.
Okay, but wait, then they cut me off at the bar at a certain time, and then I started sobbing because they cut me off at the bar, which is funny because I also don't remember that. But apparently my friend said that I was like, they're not giving me what I want. And she was like, what do you want?
You sound insane. You sound like my worst nightmare is what it sounds like.
I'm a lot of men's worst nightmare. That's fine.
Okay, so you'll scream in a dive bar, I'm not getting what I want when you've been overserved and they decide in Canada that you're too drunk to have a drink.
Yeah, getting told in Canada that you're too drunk
that is a feat.
That is truly a feat. Like there's nowhere. I mean, I've been there countless times. I've never seen anything like that before. So you're a world title holder because it's not like you were at somebody's house.
It sounds like you're angel and devil.
It's true. I'm a Scorpio.
What does that mean?
That I'm really intense and sometimes scary, but also I am a Gemini rising.
Oh, thank God.
So you're two-faced.
We're all rising something, Chris.
Yeah, you do strike me as two-faced, though. I wouldn't want to be on your bad side.
But in a nice way. Yeah, that's true. I'm very loyal. And so like, I'm actually one of those people that if you do something to my friend, I'm like mad at you for years. And then I actually don't remember when my friend has actually like forgiven. I'm like, there's something about this person I remember that I don't like.
Yeah.
And
I'm the same way.
Jason's like that. That's why he's my ride or die chick. That's because he holds me down like that.
I'm a grudge lord. Give me any grudge.
Yeah.
Grudge lord.
I don't give a flying shit what you did. I don't remember it. But we got it's beef for life.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
So them jeans.
Yeah.
I recall this from my underage partying
days.
Don't like where this is going.
What label were you on? Was it Ed Banger?
Don't gas him up like that. Jason was not part of the Ed Banger family, but he was extended Ed Banger crew. And I'll testify to that.
Hollywood chapter. Yeah. I mean, I'm bros with them.
Hollywood.
I'm bros with them, and we did a lot of stuff together. But I didn't really like release that much music, so I didn't really have like a label. I was more just like a regular DJ.
Check your iPod Shuffle though, because I guarantee you have a Them Jeans drum edit.
Well, I'm sure because I remember the name. So
it's unforgettable.
How many friends did you have on MySpace?
Great question.
I mean, I don't remember, but I mean, it was definitely like, over 10,000, I guess.
When I was like 16 or 15, I had like a lot of friends on MySpace.
Who didn't?
Lots of people didn't, especially not at like 15. But this was definitely how I started getting into parties, because that was the entry point. And then you get flown here, you go flown whatever.
So hold on. I know that you're on the record as Team Flyout.
What is a flyout?
That's when a man.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
You've told these stories publicly. This is not. I'm not. Uncovering this.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chris, for our listeners at home who don't know what that means exactly, could you please clarify?
It's when a rich man pays for a woman's flight somewhere with quote unquote no expectations. I just want to hang out.
It doesn't have to be a man.
You're right. That's true. Where all have you been flown to? And I think we need to be clear on the expectations, because I think that when somebody's 18, they might think it really is free, but everybody's paying with something.
Where my hug at?
I mean, I think that...
Where my hug at?
Well, I mean, like for me, it was always someone that I kind of had a crush on or something. So it worked out well for me.
Okay.
But like I was flown... I once went on a trip to Scotland Wait, in this like manor.
Okay.
I'm back.
It was very Spencer.
So I hear, because usually these stories are like, yeah, he flew me to Mykonos or he flew me to south of France. You're the kind of freak that's like, yeah, I'm going to the manor in Scotland. I'm putting on all my clothes for this flight. Like so you're wearing a knee-length Barber when you pull up.
Yeah, I caught a shark.
They got sharks in, okay, so you pull up to Scotland to the manor, and instead of being greeted with caviar and some like hairy guy, a bunch of like expensive dogs come out, and someone's grandma is there, and we're serving champagne, and we're gonna go shark hunting.
What's the vibe? Yeah, who's the guy? Is he hot?
It's like very posh British thing to do, right? Yeah. It's like very like Balmoral Castle.
There's a fleet of tasteful Range Rovers or
yeah, exactly.
Around.
Well, okay, so this place, I remember I was flown there. It was like a 3.5 hour drive from Edinburgh, so was in a cab for 3.5 hours.
Did you have to pay for the cab or did?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Well, my friend was like really concerned my whereabouts or where I would be going, because there was no cell service in this like area. And so I had to give her my longitude and latitude. And
drop a pin.
How well do you know the person that is Team Flyout?
We had gone on one drink date before. I had been gone I'd been in New York for the summer, and he was emailing me back and forth.
But if you're 18 in New York on a drink date, where are you getting a glass of milk? What's going on?
The drink date was in London, and then
Understood.
So
how many airplanes are in your Instagram bio right now?
I should add them. There's no space.
Okay, so you're in Scotland, or like, okay, my exotic dream vacation starts, I don't know, now, and then you get in a cab and drive through the Scottish countryside for 3 hours. Mm-hmm.
You're wearing the Burberry bikini under the Barber with the wellies, ready to surprise mate.
Heritage brands only, that's you have to present that going into the countryside. Yeah, so then you kind of even the cab driver was like, I've never been anywhere like this, because it was all dirt roads. There was a bunch of like little houses, and you drive to the very end of the little houses, and this is where the one manor of the house, and Ian Fleming's parents built it.
What?
Do you know who Ian Fleming is? Do we know who
this guy's got? I'm saying this motherfucker's got paper. Like, why are you not with him now? How bad was this fucking weekend?
This is so long ago. I've had many adventures since. This is a little keyhole into my life, my fellows.
This is the
my fellow podcasters.
So you're saying to me this is not even the richest Team Flyout you've encountered. This is like
to make an Ian Fleming reference. There are many chapters to James Bond, and there are many chapters to Marlowe's life, Chris.
It's true.
I can see that. And I love peeling back this onion, but
We're just getting started.
we can wrap this up. But when you got there, was his family there? Was his family there, or was it just you and him in the manor with the servants?
No, it was all other couples. It was really weird.
Oh, damn.
Because everyone was like normal age.
Bro, you were on Love Island.
Yeah, this is Love Island. I thought this man was trying to hit.
I love Love Island.
You would have I thought you would have kind of figured it out then with all the cameras and everything. So there's a bunch of couples, and then it's like, we don't have to take ecstasy, but it'd be nice if you did. Was it kind of like that, or was it all chill?
They were really into Valium at that time.
What? I mean, cool.
They're not even trying to make it a secret then. Okay.
This is cool because this guy was definitely not trying to have sex. Like, he's just like, hey, we're going to shoot some pheasants. I'm going to be fucking fishing out on Valium all weekend, and you can just hang out if you want to.
We're going to snort a bunch of Valium and go shark hunting.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is the least romantic.
Even Epstein's like, straight to Valium? This guy's got no class.
Who said it was good? Anyways, the point is that, well, we had like adjoining rooms. It was very.
Was the lock on your side or his side?
Well, the thing is that I really had a crush on him, but he was very like British, you know.
Bad teeth? Is that what we're talking about?
No, he was just like very like reserved, you know, and I'm like not reserved at all, which is why I didn't do well in London, because it was like everyone was like, whoa, she's like really wild. But I was just being myself.
They can't bring you home to Mama and Papa.
You were too turned up. This is ripped out of the pages of Kristen Stewart's new movie, is what it sounds like.
Yes, basically. And well, we would spend like sometimes 8 hours on the boat, and we were like catching lobsters, and then we would like catch mackerel, and then the staff would make like mackerel pate with it.
Ooh,
this is disgusting. This is like the most disgusting, least sexy weekend. Mackerel.
For me, this is like nice.
Mackerel pate. That's twisted. That's what you feed the cat.
And when we caught the shark, it was really stressful because it was like I had to look up the kind. I actually didn't want to look too much into it because I felt like they were kind of endangered because they moved in like a clan or whatever. A school. Yes.
No, but it's in Scotland, so.
Oh, good point. A
clan.
But it was like one of the ones that travel like from like Japan to Scotland. They swim for ages. Oh. I know. The one that I caught, they brought it to the kitchen staff to see what they could do with it. It was not good.
This is first of all, this is
cool.
This is honestly, this sounds like hell. So you're on a boat for 8 hours. You're obviously seasick. You have to be.
No, you just drink sherry.
I was on it. You're always drinking old people drinks,
yeah,
bro. What the
fuck
hell
is wrong with you? Yeah, you're onto some crazy shit. You ever heard of Fireball? You need to try some new shit.
The boat was fine. We just smoked our Chesterfields and had brandy.
Nice. I don't know.
No, it does sound nice, and I'm jealous, obviously, and I think it's cool. But
what about a trip to Mykonos or maybe Cannes Film Festival?
I have gone to Cannes.
Interesting.
I actually really hate Cannes.
But hold on, did you go there for work or did you go there in a similar fashion?
I was flown out, yeah.
Which kind of fella flew you out to this event?
I can't really say.
Which actor, which one of Leonardo, which member of the Pussy Posse was it?
No. We're talking more like
A24 intern?
French cinema, like the French world of
I
cinema.
I understand.
So it's different.
Damn,
it's a little bit different.
You're a real exotic chick to these Frenchies.
Okay, wait, so listen. No, you know what I was asking?
Dan, did Godard fly your ass out, or was it Polanski? Godard said, I got you the Southwest flight to Cannes.
I have to say,
Godard.
It's French cinema, so it's a little bit different.
Oh, the whole weekend was in black and white, baby. It was crazy.
It was a black and white movie.
8mm, you know, only the best.
My life is an 8mm dusty black and white film.
So you're on the yacht. You're on the yacht at Cannes. Now this sounds a little bit more like a traditional fly-out situation.
The pate is made out of pork, not mackerel. Oh,
so. You know what? I really have like a mixed thing about Cannes. I find like It's so ugly. So like I was complaining the whole time I was in Cannes. I was so annoyed. I thought it was so yucky, and I kept calling it. And like, I really like Coney Island, but I kept calling it the Coney Island of France.
Oh,
and
damn.
It's only because it's like, you know that picture on Twitter that's like the Exxon gas station and then like all the little like gas stations all together.
Yes.
That looks exactly what Cannes looks like when you drive into
Really?
it. So
more like Kansas, am I right?
Yeah, you have to. That's why obviously you have to get there by boat. Duh.
But even when you dock, it's like ugly. It's really not nice. It made me very disillusioned. I was like, wow, it's so awkward that people walk on this red carpet, and it's like, it's kind of like, it's not like in Hollywood how it's so beautiful, like, you know, it's like this cool, glamorous thing. It's literally like, it feels like a tarmac or like an airport or something that you're like, these people, all these actors are on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of, and also, you know what, I got food poisoning in Nice after having, I believe it was tuna carpaccio.
Carpaccio.
But so you're in Cannes for the whole week? Is it just a couple of days? Like what's the length of stay? Are you sleeping on a boat? Are you sleeping in a hotel?
I actually made the man change hotels.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I didn't like the first one.
That's a good move.
I was so grumpy that I like made him change the flights for me to leave Cannes early so I could go back to Paris. And I mean, this was a different kind of, this is not like a dating thing. This was like a different kind of arrangement. So
for listeners at home, she just winked on the Zoom call.
Did you meet any cool actresses or anything? Did you maybe rub elbows with Lucas Haas or something in line at the Raw Bar, or what was the
I mean, once everyone has to wear a lanyard, the magic is gone for me. I don't care about it.
That's a good point and a good stance.
Whenever I'm backstage at a VIP event, I always keep my laminate tucked. You know what I mean? Unless security is asking for it, I'm not going to ruin my outfit with that ugly piece of plastic.
And if it's a sticker, you put it on the inside of your coat, and then you flap it open like FBI if someone bothers to ask you.
If they don't see my picture on the approved list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Marlowe, speaking of film and acting, is it true you have done some music video extra work?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, as have I. So do you remember what some of the music videos that you've been in are?
Why? Do you think we were in the same one?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I've been in a couple.
So which
Why, did you find something?
No, I did. I looked. You were in a great Death from Above 1979 video. I really liked your work in that. And then
What's it? Lies.
It was an unpaid opportunity, but it was good for the book.
No, what have you been in? Because Jason was in a Britney Spears video. Jason's been in an Avril Lavigne video, like big shit.
David LaChapelle, he's like American Godard. Actually, LaChapelle is also French, isn't he?
I don't know if that's his real name.
When I lived in London, I was friends with like a grime crew or whatever. But like, you have to know, because it's like weird that I'm also friends with like, I was friends with like Trash Talk. It was weird. Like, I don't know why I was friends with all these people, but it was like random.
So it's like I listen to so many random genres of music. It's so weird.
I didn't even listen to their music. I was just like,
you were just like, you guys are cool, and they thought you were cool, so you became friends, and that was it.
I don't remember how I even met Trash Talks, but like afterwards they kept inviting me to their shows, and I would just like sit in the green room waiting for them to come back.
I wonder why they would ever invite you to the green room. It's so weird.
No, we were like, actually, you know what? It's because they would stay with me, and they would stay at my house. Yeah.
Got it.
They were like fine with sleeping on the floor of my like tiny apartment. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Which So Solid Crew video are you in?
Yeah. So what is the grime crew? Are you able to divulge that information?
I don't remember what it was called, but they called me they always called me like their first lady. I don't know what that means, but that was like, is that like a thing?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Even
though, you weren't rapping though.
No.
You were just making beats?
I think they just liked me because they said I was like a movie character. So that was basically
Were you hanging out in the ends? Like, were these guys, like, what's the deal? Were you carrying a gun? Like, what was the vibe? Or were you just kind of a mascot type figure?
I think I was just like a mascot type figure, but then, so like, I was in like a rhyme video. So that was one thing that I was in for sure.
But were you like standing next to the Porsche, or were you like a character? Like what was, you know what I mean? Like, was it like,
or were you like a lead? Did you have a featured role?
They filmed me like stealing cigarettes from the I don't know, like they had me as like the little like mischievous thing, little like mischief maker. Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird time, but like, you know what was funny? Actually, why I brought up the Ed Banger thing before was because when I was like 18, 19, I like DJ'd, but like with like CDs, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But like not like in any sort of like really good way, but just kind of like in a fun way. But there was one time that I did get a picture with Busy P because
friend of the show, Busy P.
Because I had to DJ at Colette like when I was like 19 and I didn't know what to do. It was really like, I wasn't a good DJ.
Marlowe, I'm not surprised you weren't a good DJ, but Marlowe, I gotta say, you know, because look, when I emailed you to come on this podcast, you were basically like, why would I do that? You're like, what is this shit? Like, oh yeah, some of my male friends listen to this. Isn't it a fashion podcast? And I was like,
it's a menswear. It's menswear.
She was playing a little coy, but she knows all about my life is what it sounds like.
I just remember it on those posters. Like I remember a post, like it would be like avec that machine.
It's an unforgettable DJ name. I don't blame you. What was your DJ name?
I didn't have a DJ name. I was just myself.
Oh, okay.
Like it's hard to explain that life with when people don't really know what I'm talking about. Like I can never be like, oh, like Busy P and like all this stuff, or like
well, you're home now, Marlowe. I know all about Busy P. This is your safe
space. I'm trying to like bring up all these things because I never get to talk about them. But and then when I was 19, I got like the reason why I was at that thing and at Colette was because I had a photo book published by Ruka, which was weird.
Oh,
and
Marlowe, what the fuck? Damn, you're only 30 too. Like this, I felt like that was when I was 30.
You've lived a lot of lives.
Yeah, it's really cool and impressive. I love all of it.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and shout out to the whole Ruka family.
Yeah, shout out to all my Orange County brothers rocking Ruka.
It was like the Artist Network program or whatever.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Was there a theme?
It was a photo book that I just made like in a PDF or something. Like I just was like, and then I sent it to them and they sold it at Colette. It was weird, but it's hard to explain it to people who don't know what these things are.
Luckily, you're with two certified OGs right now, so we know all about the fucking lame shit you're talking about.
I know all about the Ruka Artist Network. We know all about PDFs. We know about #35mm photography.
We know about all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Why would I do this podcast? That was your response. And now look at you.
I didn't realize. Okay. But then I listened to one of your podcasts and you guys were talking about Sweet Green. And I was like, I've never been to Sweet Green. I don't know what I can do here.
I don't know what I can do here.
That's crazy that you've never been to Sweet Green. Well, look, next time you make it to America, you know what I mean? We do have some. Do
you have a Sweet Green black card?
Next time you're in LA, Jason will take you to Sweet Green. We'll put it on the How Long Gone account.
It would be our honor.
We're just not going to pay for the flight.
Do they have that would be an anomaly for me. So we can work on this later.
We can discuss.
This is a new feeling and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's.
You also do a podcast of your own though, don't you?
Yeah, but not like this.
Our podcast is just two bros talking. And yours is just two chicks talking, right?
Yeah, I know. But it's funny because we always forget that people listen to it. We like don't want people to listen to it.
Smart approach.
Good use of your time.
We just, because we know it. It's actually because we don't get to see each other a lot. So it's fun to like hang out and like talk about a movie because we talk about like rom-coms and women-led films and that kind of thing. And usually we drink a bottle of wine during the podcast.
So you guys you get to catch up with each other and then you happen to be recording the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, it's fun.
It's not fun when you make it your job. Let me tell you that.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that because you guys come out with a lot of episodes, like a week, right?
Yeah, we do 3 a week. I'm just kidding. I'm passionate about potting.
Do you guys send it to someone to edit, or you have to edit it?
Jason edits it.
What do you edit it on?
Like what software?
Yeah. No, because I have to edit the podcast and I hate doing it. It's so annoying.
Which version of GarageBand do you use?
Oh my God. So this is the reason why I'm doing this on my phone right now, is because my actual laptop that I've had since 2012.
Oh, Jesus.
You really didn't get an advanced damn.
Yeah, this book is, look, the book is good, but it must not be selling that well, because that's
the one thing that's a write-off for you.
I mean, the thing is that it's like, I would buy anything else. It's kind of known about me. I always like keep my technology like the longest. I like have always the oldest phone. I always have the oldest computer. It's just like not something I think about.
You're a Luddite chick.
Yeah, no. So anyways, that's why it was broken. But then what happened is that I updated my 2012 laptop. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even go all the way to to one of the versions of Catalina. And then it deleted my GarageBand. It was like, no longer, you can't use it anymore.
So what are you using?
Well, I just got a new laptop yesterday, and I'm not like I don't like using things to its like utmost functionality. I just like to, like go on my shopping apps, and that's it.
So you're not doing a lot of like 3D rendering? Is that what you're saying?
I don't even know why you would do that. Like,
some people do it for a living.
She just hits Depop and goes to sleep, bro. She doesn't need to fucking render shit, man. She's on Depop and Mr. Porter, and she's good.
Yeah.
Canadian Zillow, you're on Essence and the Real.
I'm looking at auction sites. I'm like looking at
auction sites. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I love to know when the
so you don't need a ton of horsepower on your rig, is what you're saying.
No.
You don't even do any gaming or anything?
One time I was like, wouldn't it be fun or something to do a Twitch stream?
Oh, shit.
But then I looked up like how much stuff you need for that.
I'm really good at computers. I would never do that.
No.
Yeah, Jason's an expert and he wouldn't even do that. That's crazy stuff.
No.
Well, if you want me to start editing your podcast, we can talk about budgets. I don't know how much revenue stream you guys have coming in from the show at this moment.
The point is that we actually want like to lose money on it.
I can help you out with that.
So that's really important to me.
Yeah, Jason's perfect. And yeah, he'll charge $5,000 an episode for editing, and you guys will be in the hole nice and quick. It's no problem at all, really.
So you had the podcast; it was going for a while. Then you took like a break, and then you just brought it back. Was that because the book is doing well, and you have a newfound audience? Or is it just like, we got to get to podding again?
No, like on that podcast, the podcast that we just did, I was like, weird that we have all these new people listening. That is not on purpose. What are you all doing here?
I hate to ruin it for you, but you're about to have a lot more after this comes
You're
out.
the first lady of podcasting now.
Are we gonna get like little like bracelets or something? I feel like I got perks when I was first lady. Like I got like, they sent Ubers for me, got me drinks.
Marlowe, you're always looking for perks.
Yeah, you like perks too much.
My kind of chick.
You're like Jason. You like free stuff too much. I like to earn money and pay for my stuff.
I love free stuff.
What about shoplifting? You ever do a little shoplifting, Marlowe?
So I was caught for shoplifting when I was 15.
Okay, so you get caught shoplifting. The guy at Zara is like, nope, I'm sorry, I won't let you go. Like, how did this work out? What happened?
Well, then they called the police and they were like, this is theft under like 5,000. And they were like, you have to get your, like someone to pick you up. Mm-hmm. And, my grandpa picked me up, bless him. He told the lady constable, words that I'll always live by. He said, picking me up, he said, just another one of her misadventures, and then we left.
Grandpa's an OG for that one.
Marlowe, we appreciate you joining us on How Long Gone. I'm glad that you were able to tell us all your tales, and I'm sure there's more to come. But the book is called Happy Hour, and you can get that book in America and Canada, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You got audiobook too?
Yes.
Is your ass reading it or somebody else?
It's someone I casted is reading it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we didn't know each other then, so I kind of wasn't up for it. But next time, let me know.
I don't know if it's meant to be read in a male voice, Chris.
Yeah, Marlowe, where can they follow you on Instagram and Twitter, etc.?
I'm at Marlowe Tatiana on all of the stuff.
You want to give any shout outs?
I think that I would love for more men to read the book.
Okay.
That would be really nice. Also, great gift for partners over the holiday season.
Do you think my chick would like it?
Does she like fun?
She loves fun.
God damn it. She honestly would like it, Jason, I think.
She usually reads whatever the Crazy Rich Asian author is up to, so similar vibe.
It's a similar vibe, honestly.
Same level of glitz.
The glitz is there. Highs and lows.
It's a lower level of glitz, but a more achievable level, I think.
Attainable. Tangible.
I could smell it.
We'll cop the book, guys. Buy the book from your local independent retailer. And Marlowe, we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Thanks, Marlowe.
Bye. Thanks, Marlowe.
Bye.
I came in with a new 40 Glock. Fuck on your bitch, make that hoe want a milli rock. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock. Funny money, no, this is not no silly guap. Got a richer milli, this not a silly walk. All this money make me want hit my ditty bop. Tell her at the bank, I'm just give me lock. At the dealer, I can't pull this shit off the lot. Me and my boys, you know that we sharing thought. I got niggas that be moving to Tan Rock. That's the end of that, no, I cannot talk a lot. Man, these niggas out here, I swear they talk a lot. Drive by on a rat, you a walking cop. Double park, new Lambo with no parking spot. Caramel dust scars, so use my heart a lot. Bend it over, little baby, just arch a lot. Yeah, she caramel, but I call that bitch butterscotch. Dog bars, yeah, they chopping that soap a lot. Got my money, then I had to just flood the block. I'm the only one that fucked on that bitch, but I made that hoe just come and just neck the block. Yeah, I pulled up in my car, bitch, I blessed the block. We got shooters that's gonna pull up in extra block. Woo, 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 yeah. Making money like a nigga don't need to drop. Why not open Illuminati like Fetty Wap? Microwave help me dry out the ready rock. Throwing money, beat the pockets, got heavy now. Hitting guala, they don't know when the Fetty stop. Every day my birthday, water confetti stop. She look good, but she wear Fashion Nova. Took a shop and put her right in some Vetements. Got a bitch, yeah, she live in New York, but I took her right down right in LA.